Okay.
Man, that was a quick 30.
Yeah.
You want to go to auctions with him? It was hilarious because if you went an auction, he'd take a guy. Well, when I went with him most as a kid, he'd take a guy with him. Well, you go there and the guy with him wouldn't bid for what stuff he'd want to, and that'd make him mad. Or he'd buy something that he'd be taking auction to sell. When if the Amish would do it, and he didn't know it, he'd run the Amish up trying to sell him. He wouldn't sell the Amish. He'd nope, he'd make him pay for it. So if if him and the Amish were bidding against something, and they outbid him, well, if he had something up there, and he'd run him up. He'd say, nope, he wouldn't take anything from it. So if it was a $5 piece, he'd make 20. Nope, ain't taking it. He'd run them all the way up.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was funny watching it, but.
Well, he did get his debut out there taking on Kamala Jr.
Oh, man. I saw it on video. That's fun.
Him grabbing him by the nuts.
Riding by the ball sack. I tried to explain him afternoon. You can't complain about winning or losing because you disqualified yourself by grabbing his nuts. I will not back down. I was like, well, I mean,
I will not
get up there and
down.
That's what I said. He got all worked up, fired up. He come over to me, go over there and talk some sense to him. I was like, okay, I was like, well, go and whoop his ass. I'll be out of it. Heck.
Your dad, though, man. That's like I said. Your dad was one of them guys too that you see around. That, as a kid, he was out there with the stop sign every day, and then I don't know. I don't know which one I would put if they said what tool would you give Philip Fields if you had to give him one. I don't know if I've got a mix between that big old push broom that he would push.
The legendary push broom.
Yeah, at every ball game, back and forth, up and down the court.
Oh, he had a rhythm to that.
And
I could tell a story about that one.
Or holding up that side. Go ahead.
The story about that, one time it came sectional time, I think it was, mid-90s, and they wanted two guys swoop that gym floor.
Oh, and he was mad.
Oh, he was pissed. Wasn't really pissed where he's mad, but he was.
Come on.
He wasn't pissed, where he's mad, but so they used to have this double broom, two broom.
I remember that. Yes.
He brought that out. He said, "I don't need that." And he brought it out for, he put it over there by the purple and gold wall. Then he set it over there. He said, "I don't need that other guy." He took that double broom out and swept the floor. Didn't need the other guys. I don't need. I can push this thing over there. Later on, now this is years later, I worked over at school in the summertime, or either that, or if I helped him in the weekends, I'd grab that double broom, and me and him would race. When we clean,
yeah,
I'd race pushing that damn thing. But yeah, he would not. I don't need that.
That and keys. Every time I think about him. He's got he lost keys at the wrestling event, and we found it. You wasn't there for that one, I don't think. And we was like, somebody, we have a key. It looks like to someone's locker. He comes up and he goes, "That's mine." And they gave it to him. He goes, "That right there goes to the lawnmower." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Why did you bring your lawnmower key with you to the event? But
used to help him on the week just to get something new. Call it a job. He'd go over there. Well, Combs had him. He was Combs' number one guy to help on the weekends with stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. The dances.
Yeah.
The dances and stuff with Combs, and they'd be sitting back here watching the, chaperoning, basically. And
what are you talking about, that after game dances?
Yeah. Yeah, and then they'd have I'll never forget, every time I hear it, AC/DC. She'll be all night long. It'd be like 2 or 3 times. Combs had to
I'll tell you a good one about that. I was a junior in high school at a dance, and I was sitting there in front of the stage back then. They were playing music. Pops, the kid, I forget who it was, got a little mouthy with him. He chased him. I mean, they're nose to nose, and he something happened. He was going to start a fight. Not them two, but start a fight with somebody else. He chased him out back by the kitchen. The guys around me said, "I'm going to watch this. Dad's going to get in a fight." They were telling me to whoop his butt. I mean, they were nose to nose, and he's chasing. I mean, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing, like the dances and stuff. Like they don't do that crap anymore either. Like
it used to be fun. Well, man, when we had them dances though,
I
like,
remember
it goes back to, here you had combs there, and you said you couldn't wear these short shorts, you couldn't wear these tank tops, you could. All the hot girls, all the big girls, what would they come in to dance with? Turn a blind eye to it. I'm like, you're sitting there in school, saying they can't do this, this, and this, and it's still school.
But I used to dance with them older girls all the time, man. I was in junior high. I was dancing with the senior girls.
Yeah.
I thought I was hot stuff. Well, because the guys wouldn't dance with them, and I was like, I'm gonna dance with these girls.
Oh,
Man,
go
they
ahead.
were hot.
Well, what we had was,
I got the crap beat out of me because one girl flashed me one time. And I laughed about it. He goes, "You think this is funny?" I was like, I don't even know what to say about this.
We would sit they had stage there, and all the upper class, when I was a freshman to senior, well, not senior, because by the time I got senior, dances weren't as fun, but we'd all
heck, they probably only had like 3 the year you were a senior, I think.
We'd all sit in front of there, and of course, you had them short shorts and tank tops, and the song, The Dip, they had the song,
Dip,
yeah. and we would all the athlete or whoever would sit there and have I know it's cheerleaders, but I think it's mainly cheerleaders, but other girls would get up there and just do that provocative dance. I was sitting there thinking, yeah, encore.
Yeah, or what the Zoom? What was it? All I want to do is
the rump shaker.
Rump shaker, yeah. That was
electric slide.
Electric slide.
What was that called?
That's a Mr. Peters dance right there. But remember?
Peters had that. Oh, I love that one.
That one.
He would kick that leg up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Peters, man.
I was his line leader for almost every group there.
I
don't know why. You want to lead this group? I was like, I guess I can. You follow me how I'm doing it. I couldn't. I'd just mock him. Get that high leg up, go around in the Macarena.
Is Peter still alive?
I think he is.
Is he?
Meredith Peter. Did I ever tell you the story? I got in trouble with him in gym class. It's 2 of them, but I'll tell you. Older kids in class told me his wife's name was Sharon Peters.
Yeah.
I mean, actually thought it was. So I asked him one time. They called me into these guys. I was probably 4th, 5th grade, maybe 6th. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
And I asked him before we was leaving class there. I was like, yeah, got a question for you. He said, yeah, is your wife's name Sharon Peters? Didn't know it was, actually, she's Sharon Peters, not the name Sharon. Got in trouble for that. You come here, boy. We got to talk about you. I was like, I didn't. I mean, I was thinking her name was actually Sharon Peters. I didn't know it was a joke.
I bet he was.
Oh yeah, he came.
Well, I mean,
and the second time was doing tennis, and we played target practice with him. He chewed it up, and we just tried to hit him with it. He didn't like that. As he'd pick up the balls, we'd slam it. Take the.
I remember him paying in Skittles to use that machine to take the basketball goals down. Remember that set up there? Yeah. Shake the shit out of you.
Speaking of that, you remember that Skittles machine would give you Skittles?
Yeah,
but it wasn't worth the crap.
Yeah, that he had. He'd give you a quarter.
Yeah, it wasn't worth the crap.
He'd be like, "Here's a quarter. Go over there and get you some Skittles." And and you're like, "Wait a minute." Now look back at it, it's like he was giving himself back the quarter.
We would run laps, and the person who do laps with me, they cheat on me.
Yeah.
Well, I'd help them. I'd give them extra lap or 2. Come to me, they wouldn't cheat for me.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. I was the umpire. He'd always want me to help his umpire in softball, baseball games. Safe. You're out.
Yeah.
got on me one time for not calling anybody out, so I called somebody out. They were safe. I was like, "Well, you want to call me out?"
Where would you get one of those balls? The softball that they used to use in gym.
I don't know. That's a rubber ball too.
That was a rubber.
You got hit
ball.
by it. Couldn't throw it.
And it'd keep going too. Remember playing it in the parking lot? Why were you playing softball?
He'd call you out for hitting so far in the parking lot. You'd be out. Out. Yeah. We played kickball, and I slow rolled it, and then they wanted to, well, I wouldn't. I'd change up the pitch is what I do. One time be fast, one time slow. Yeah. The kids would say, "You're cheating, you're doing." He's like, "Nope, strike." If I roll over, and they would kick it, strike.
Well, them carts. Remember the carts you'd set on? That had the four
roll
wheels.
Over your fingers,
roll. I looked in there the other day because Noah had a ball game, and I just kind of glanced in that closet.
Tell me they still have them.
No.
I was gonna say.
I was like, they got rid of all the carts.
Those are cool because you could do a lot of them. I like laying down on just pedaling around and see how far I go.
Yeah, push yourself. You see somebody on their belly. Yeah, their belly.
Stop doing that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jump rope for heart. Remember that?
Oh, my God.
Well, you win. Well, I got this shirt that says jump rope for heart.
Yeah, because I
got a stopwatch. Yeah, that's nice.
Did you?
I never done it.
I never got to do it.
Remember those, when you got in junior high, you got them weight jump ropes had the weight things.
That had the sand,
rubber,
it was sand in it.
Ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump.
Yeah. Yeah,
boys and equals.
I remember you talk about Magner. I was in his class for running. He'd be like, "You get to run in here," and he'd run with us. And if he passed you,
oh yeah, I remember that because I had him in my 7th grade year.
Yeah, but he would run, and he'd go do something, come back in, and then he'd start coming up behind you again. And I felt bad for JT because JT was a big guy, Zappian, and JT, here he come in there and he'd be like, "I got you, Joaquin." He's like, and I was like, "Gosh, man, that's just not fair." I mean, I was waiting for Jay to clothesline him.
My favorite one, in freshman year, had Brown as a gym class. And run a cross country guys lap. I'd beat everybody in the first turn. So like I say, I'm one of the hosts. I was the first one around the curve, of course. So that's about all I had. Finally, Brown got tired of me, and he would go in before I'd finish it because I'm about that time I'm jogging and walking at him. He said, he goes in there, "I just want you to beat the girls back in." So I'd just wait and about the end, I'd pour it on right before we got back in the parking lot, before we got indoors, and I'd pass them all in and pass the girls. Not all the girls that were in front of me said, "I want to have you beat them in." I was like, "Okay." So last few sections there, I'd pour it on and just pass them.
Gary Patton, man, he'd do those grass laps, and Brown would go, and and he'd be all the way up there up there in the woods, smoking. Patton would. Yeah. And by the time everybody got there, he'd be still running with it in his mouth. And still beat everybody. You know what I mean?
I beat everybody. Well, you go around the softball. Well, that time you go around the softball field, he did it either way. But I beat everybody in that. Nothing. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah. But I laugh about it now. I look at it and I'm like, gosh. And I remember when they tried to get me to take cross country, and I was like, why in the hell would you want to do this? Like,
I tried out 7th grade basketball. I was up there for the meeting, signed my name, everything. I was going to do it. I was like, I'm going to do it. And they started talking about running and your grades and all that. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to make the team on this one. And I remember they had tried. Why weren't you there? I was like, I ain't going to be doing all this running and keep my grades up and all that stuff. I'm here to have fun.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing with this generation that's different too, is that was one thing I respected was, even having a beard in school, I agreed with shaven for when you played sports. I felt like it's just a respect issue. And wearing a tie and a dress shirt
Mm-hmm.
to the game, you know, when I see coaches and you know players showing up in sweatpants and hoodie or something, I'm like, man, it just sloppy to me. I'm sorry, but it just wouldn't. I don't know.
I like a good pair of sweatpants every once in a while, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about showing up to the game.
Yeah.
That you're playing.
Well, it's not. I mean,
It,
that's what's changed too.
it needs to have. They've just kind of like took away from the purity of the game.
Well,
And
even then, man, basketball back when we were basketball and basketball games meant something. I remember when
yeah,
I was third, fourth grade. Of course, back then, it was real big. You had to stand to watch a game in high school.
yeah, there
I
wasn't
mean,
a
there's no
seat.
seat.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
I used to have that. What's that device? The thing that hooked up to your antenna, so you could see like when they changed it a while back when it went digital type of deal.
yeah.
Your antenna on there. So we would get some of them Kentucky channels that whatever. And my dad, I remember him mentioning to us. He's like, "Did you ever notice on those channels, like it was like channel 11.1 or something? We were like 11.2 or something, and you'd be seeing like high school ball games in Kentucky, and there's like 15 people in the crowd, and I mean it's great players. It'd be a bunch of black boys from looks like NBA kind of playing going
Mm-hmm.
on. There's only like 15 people in the crowd, and I was like, huh, what? No Indiana basketball. When they say Indiana, Indiana still holds up to that part
Yeah.
of it, anyways. Finding a seed or something like that. I went to my first IU game. What was it, 2 years ago or something? And I didn't ever. And it was.
It's weird, yeah, when you go IU game live compared to watching on
Oh
TV. I
yeah,
mean,
there wasn't no seat open.
yeah.
You know, we were in the nosebleed sections, but I still, I was just thrilled to be there or whatever. And I was like, man, I can't imagine, like, uh, what it would have been like before. When it was whatever.
Someone have to give off them season tickets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I wish I went their football this year. Gosh, man, they're
Ooh,
kicking butt, man.
they're gonna remodel that stadium. They're gonna have to if they're gonna keep being good and selling out like they do.
Yeah, maybe
Well,
they'll remodel it.
it
Then they won't.
goes year to
Then they'll
year,
go
but
right back to how it was.
70,000. Well, get that more revenue coming in if you fill 30,000, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, this the Indiana, Southern Indiana versus place. People say all the time they're like, well, you just need to get out, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I have. I've been to other places, but it ain't like this, man. There's just not a the entertainment is
Well, you
not the
need your
same. There's
well
not
that,
enough.
and you need your fair share of calmness and like you
Yeah,
said, if you're
yeah,
constantly seeing everything all the time, or excitement, it's not the same as like how we
yeah. Like
are
living
where
in the
we
city or something
you
like
know
that, and they see that stuff every day, kind of deal, versus the crazy stuff like ours. Two guys arguing in the street, and you
I
know,
know Crazy Bob. Yeah, which Crazy Bob you talking about? The
yeah,
Crazy Bob over here. That
yeah,
Crazy Bob.
yeah. And it's more. What's the word? I don't know. If it's more common, then it doesn't mean anything for them down there. Like
Well,
they're just
it's
used to
used
it.
to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
someone
like when
gets
I,
shot. He
yeah.
just got shot. That's like holy shit.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, like I just went to a friend, and he was like, the other day down in Louisville, because I'm getting ready to do some work down there. And my friend goes, "Did you meet him when you came down 2 years ago?" And I go, "No, I met his wife, but I didn't meet him. I don't think. I don't remember him." He goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. He was shot. He got shot 3 times when that week you was, or that that during that month you were." I was like, what the heck? Like,
Is he alive?
like it was like it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got shot, blah, blah. Right. And I mean, I'm working, 2 blocks basically from Muhammad Ali Boulevard, so
Ooh,
I'm
yeah, there you're getting
yeah,
getting the good stuff down there.
yeah, that's the area right there, buddy. And, yeah, because they was talking about putting another, like an air conditioner unit out there, and I was like, better bolt that sucker down.
Better really bolt that down. Put
Oh
a little
yeah,
electric
yeah,
wire around it.
yeah. But yeah, because I was down there. I'd gotten down there early 2 years ago, and fell asleep in my van. Like, I just was sleeping there. I was like, I guess I'll just wait on him. I'm here about an hour early. I had no idea. Cops come up beside the car, and then that house right across the street, they were going after them for got drugs or something. I don't even know, domestic violence or something. And here I was just snoring away. But yeah, that's why I was telling you I wanted to get Nay on here, because she grew up down there in Laville and
Man, it'd be
in
fun.
Portland, right?
Portland section.
Yeah, I mean, they even got their own haircut, man. Josh, he went to college down there, and he goes, yeah, they call it the Portland cut, and it's like a certain haircut for guys down there. Like, and I thought about it, I was like, oh my God, yeah,
So
he's right.
where old Dave needs to go down there.
Yeah, yeah, his hair. Oh man, he's
I
like,
just got that Snoop Dogg 1995
oh yeah,
Dogfather look going.
oh yeah, oh yes. But I thought he was living with somebody else. Have you been to his apartment? I went to his apartment and I said, oh, I guess he's written off somebody else, whatever. Because his bed, when you open the door, is in the living room on the floor. And I was like, who sleeps back here in the back room? He goes, oh no, man, I just store stuff in there. I was like, why? He goes, well, you can't hear if somebody knocks. So I like to just have my mattress right here at the door in the living room. Okay.
Thug life, man. That's thug life there. Street tough.
And that there air conditioner, it only keeps this room cool.
That's why he sleeps in there, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize they were talking about being redneck or something. And they were saying that about dating a redneck or something. He said, yeah, this is my room. We like to keep it closed because we like to keep the cool air in here versus the rest of the house. We don't really want to pay for that. I didn't realize when I was a single guy, yeah, that's exactly what I did. Like, I just kept cool in my bedroom, and the rest of the house was hot as hell, had the windows open and everything else.
Oh, yeah.
But then move in, and people move in, and you're like, I got to cool the whole house. I got to heat the whole. Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah. But,
oh, Dave.
Yeah, Dave.
Is he a manager there or something?
No, I don't think he wants that responsibility. I think is what he told me.
Last time I was in there, he's behind doing the cash register. I was like, he moved up in the world.
Oh God, he's working double shifts now. Oh yeah. But see, he had been working there. They were giving him a pack of cigarettes just to work in the parking lot to clean it up. That's what he told me anyway. He's like, yeah, man, nope, I get a pack of cigarettes every night, and then now he's doing the whole thing. But
he's official employee now.
Yeah, actual employee. But it was funny. I go, so what's your schedule? When I show up. I was like, that's not what I asked.
I'll sleep back there in the back room.
Yeah, you might as well.
Dave, what are you doing at mattress? I'm working my second shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He said, I just about got fired. I said, why? He goes, I about had to whoop somebody's ass. And I was like, who? He goes, well, I hate to say it, but it was Richie. I was like, what?
That'd be a good little scrap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Richie, man. Yeah, Richie ain't allowed to go to Walmart no more. Poor thing. His son ate a cherry tomato, basically like we were talking about with the peanuts. And Richie wasn't even with him when he did it. A couple days, he'd been in there and stuff. And they said, "Yeah, a couple days ago, your son ate a cherry tomato. You ain't allowed in Walmart no more." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Why not just give him the option to pay for it or something?" You know what I mean? But they're punishing Richie for it because his son wasn't even standing with him.
Lifetime ban from Walmart.
Yeah.
Not even petty theft crime get banned from it.
God, Bob was just telling me about a guy in that the last podcast. He was saying he's like, we got this mutual friend that would buy a television, walk out and drop the receipt, and somebody'd pick it up. And
yeah,
get another
I
one. And I was like, why in the hell are they dropping the receipt? Why not just take the receipt to the guy and then he drive there later or something? And you know what I mean? Like, why go through all that trouble? I don't know. But
that's your buddy Bob.
Oh yeah, he knows them all, man. He kills me. He kills me, man.
How old is Bob? 70? 55 at least?
Better be careful. Randall kick your butt.
Well,
but he's only a month older than her, so let's see, it puts him at 44.
Oh, he looks a little older than that, that's why.
Yeah. I'm going to tell him you said that.
Put him on the list and want to whoop my ass then, I guess. You're trying to make when this podcast takes off and who knows the rewards we're going to get, then he might think twice about that.
He it's so funny because he got accused of being a bigot, and he was like, a bigot, because he was mad that this whole transgender kind of thing going on, and he's somebody called him a bigot. He goes, listen, I was a part of the LG when it was just LG, not LGBT, QRS, XYZ. And he's on my porch yelling this shit, He's like, no, it was just gay and lesbians. None of this other stuff with the plus and the negatives and everything else, Oh man. But yeah, he's a piece of work. I don't know. I had an issue with him one time. I was going through a divorce. My ex-wife worked at Walmart, and I get a call from security at Walmart, and I'm like, "What the heck?" When Cook used to do it, he goes, which was his cousin too, which was funny. But he calls me. I go, "Hello." He goes, "Hey, Thaddeus." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I think you need to come get your queen." I said,
that Josh Turner voice too.
I was like, "What?" He goes, "Your queen." I said, "My what?" He's in the background. "Bitch, I'll take you down. I will. I'll fuck you up, bitch. I will." And I was like, "What?" And it was Bob. Yeah, throwing a fit. Yeah, come get your queen, your drag queen, drama queen or whatever. And he was throwing a fit because she was trying to be nice to him. My ex-wife was like, "Oh, hello, Bobby." Goes, "Bitch, you don't talk to me like that, What you put my buddy through?
You don't do that.
You don't do it. You don't fuck with me, and you don't fuck with my friends. It was in Walmart.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so funny because, like, even Bobby said, he goes, gay people are the only ones that get away with calling someone a bitch. Like, but yeah, me and him talked about it one time. He was going to do a podcast and dress like a woman, and
yeah, I mean,
talk bad about him, and be like, that Robert, I just have a problem with him, and blah blah blah, all this stuff,
like
and then get people hating this character, not knowing that character is actually him.
Well, Bob, you'd have to be so. I mean, yeah. Okay, for the people who don't know you, it may work, but the people who know you,
I don't know, man. I've seen him in makeup and a wig. You can't tell who he is. Like he could pass for a different person completely. He can change his demeanor, everything. It's wild. But yeah, he was gonna go all religious, uh, tearing on
Oh,
you.
holy
You know.
roller on you,
Yeah, oh,
huh?
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, Bob.